So what we're going to do in this video is customize our sidebar a little bit more. What I want to do is have these free resources I have available. I want them to also be on my sidebar. But I just don't want to have all 6 of them on every single blog post that I have. I want these to be congruent with the topic of the blog post that my reader is currently reading. So if they were reading a blog post on Facebook marketing, a free resource guide on objections or building rapport or even getting the click would not be congruent at all. The same thing if I had an Instagram training giveaway. I would not want to show that Instagram giveaway on the sidebar alongside a blog post talking about mindset. So the offer needs to be congruent with the topic that they are currently reading. You may have visited blogs before where the whole sidebar is taken up with all these different kinds of ads and giveaways, and they're not congruent whatsoever with the article that you are currently reading. And so we want our visitors to see offers that are only congruent with what they are currently doing on our blog. So if you had skincare products and you want to sell your skincare products, maybe you have an awesome skincare product that takes care of dry skin on legs, just as an example. And you have a little ad that you created that you can do just the exact same way we're going to do this in a minute. And you can put it on your sidebar. You can choose to have it show only on the blog post that you write about regarding dry skin on legs or ankles, knees. You wouldn't have a product that, and there's no such thing as this product, but you wouldn't have a product that's only for dry skin on legs be shown when you're talking about dry skin on somebody's nose. Okay? And so that's what I mean by congruency. We have to keep the congruency between what they are currently reading and what they are seeing on your sidebar. And so we do it through widgets. Now we're going to go to Appearance and Widgets. And here we have our widgets on our sidebar currently. And I wanted to show you real quick while we're on the subject of widgets. You may or may not remember, but I could not get the Facebook like box to work on the blog. And after trying literally 11 other Facebook plugins, I finally found this one by Feed Them Social that worked. I don't like the fact that they have their tag here, and I don't like the fact that it has my name right here, but I can deal with it for now until other plugins catch up. But the problem was because I chose the HTTPS site, the SSL certificate site, the secured site, none of the other Facebook plugins would work. So until they catch up and update their plugins to work with the HTTPS sites, this is the only one that I have found that would work. Okay, so anyway, let's see. We are going to go down here and choose Site Origin Image. And I'm going to drag it up. And I'm going to put it right there under the Facebook box. I'm going to choose my media. And because I already have these images on my home page, they're in my media library. So I'm going to select the first one. I'm going to leave it full. I'm going to center it. I'm going to have free resource as the text. put it in the URL spot and then click open in a new window. Now, this is where this visibility button comes in. We click the visibility button. Now we can choose to have this specific resource guide show on all blog posts except for, and you would use the hide as opposed to the show option. Or we can choose to have this resource guide show on only certain pages or blog posts, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to click on show and we're going to select either category, the author, the author's role, the tags that we use, maybe the date, if we have a time-based webinar or something coming up, maybe a date, a specific page or taxonomy. I'm going to choose category and I'm going to have this show up in my business development category. Okay. Now I could choose to have more than one categories by clicking the plus sign and then selecting another category, and maybe I want it to show up in mindset as well. Okay, I could do that. When you're creating blog posts and you're selecting the categories for your blog post, those blog posts can go in more than one category. So let's say we wrote a blog post or several blog posts that was relevant to both business development and mindset. And so they were both found in each of these categories. If I select category business development and then also category mindset to show this resource guide, and I want only the posts that show up in both of the categories as opposed to either or, I would choose this box. And then that makes sure that any post that is labeled with both categories will see this resource guide. Any blog post that is only in the business development category or only in the mindset category will not see this resource guide because they wouldn't match all the conditions. But that's not the case, and I don't want to use that one. I just want it to show up in business development. And so I'm going to click on save and then done. And now we have 5 more to go. Site origin image, bringing it up. Center it. Free resource. Now visibility. Now this is the resource guide that can go into 2 different categories. So I'm going to choose business development, and then I'm going to also choose network marketing. I don't care about the match all conditions button. I'm not going to check it. I'm going to save it and I'm going to click on done. Open in a new window, and then visibility, business development, and also mindset. Save, and then done. Now, this specific resource guide, I'm actually not going to label it with a category yet, because the category that it would be relevant to doesn't have any blog posts in it. I haven't transferred blog posts from my old blog to this one regarding that specific category yet. So I'm not going to do the visibility. Well, actually, I do need to do the visibility, because if I don't select something, it's going to show up on all the pages no matter what. So I'm going to say hide. And I'm going to select all the categories. This way it's not going to show up on any of the pages. If I didn't do it this way, it wouldn't matter what blog post I chose to read. It would be there, whether it was congruent or not with that blog post. And it wouldn't be congruent because I don't have any of the blog posts that it would be congruent with on my blog yet. So we're going to do it like this. We're going to hide it, and then we're going to click save, and then done. Okay, and then center. Which one was this? Okay. Open in a new window. Visibility. And this one will be for network marketing. And one more. Open in a new window, visibility, network marketing. Done. Now what I also want to do, because I now have some categories with blog posts on my blog, I'm going to put the category widget over on the sidebar as well, and I'm going to do it right under the search bar. And I don't want it to be a drop-down menu, or I don't want it to show counts or hierarchy. I'm just going to leave it at that and click save. So now let's go and look at this page again. So we have our search bar, and then we have our categories with blog posts in them. We do have that one resource guide that we hid from all the other pages. It's still going to show up on this blog page, the page that lists out the blog posts that they can select from, but it's only going to be on this page, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And I'm going to go and make sure that I transfer a blog post over for this specific category so it makes it relevant. Let's choose prospecting is not cool, and let's see the resource guides that show up for it. So we have 3 of them that are congruent with the blog post about prospecting. Let's choose business development category. And let's see. So we have these resource guides that are relevant to business development. It looks much better than having a resource guide talking about prospecting and building rapport and handling objections when you're reading about how to make money in your business. It's not congruent. And so I love this feature, that visibility feature.